This is a story of how a seemingly impossible dream was turned into reality. A new vibrant India was keen to showcase its capabilities through a new world-class airport, capable of serving almost 100,000 passengers daily. The project just had to be done in 39 months.
Bangkok airport took almost 7 years. Changi also took around 4.5 years.
The new airport's owner, Dial, turned to L&T.
This is one of the most complex infrastructure projects because it's running. It's not something which you are starting from the clean ground, which is relatively easier.
Building an airport is like building a city. But I felt in my heart and my mind that this is something which is made for us. And if we don't do this kind of building, who else could do it in this part of the world?
Companies like L&T, I was telling the Prime Minister, have demonstrated that projects of this scale and size can be completed within time schedules with the quality of workmanship which we are looking for.
The story of this project is one of effective planning and unflinching resolve. The most critical factor for timely completion of this high-visibility project was on-time and uninterrupted delivery of men, material and equipment. To ensure this, L&T set up plant and machineries at site. Vendors were encouraged to set up their fabrication units on site to shorten logistic chain and delivery timeline. It was clear to L&T that the project would require a very large skilled workforce. At its peak, 27,000 workers worked at the site. It was virtually impossible to meet the project requirement from the available pool. A skill training facility was set up at site. Workers were housed in a well-planned, hygienic colony. With its strategy and key pieces of support in place, L&T began work on the new runway. We were given 18 months to complete one of Asia's longest runways. L&T merged night with day, and the maiden commercial flight touched down as per schedule. Meanwhile, a blistering pace was giving shape to the new integrated Terminal T3 before the Commonwealth Games. At 550,000 square meters, T3 is the largest public building built since India's independence. Flanking T3 are two passenger piers, each over a kilometer long. For passenger convenience and comfort, the piers boast of Asia's longest travelators at 118 meters. At its peak, L&T was pouring almost 5,000 cubic meters of concrete per day for the civil works of T3 and the runway. In just 18 months, the civil works for the Seismic Zone 5 compliant T3 and the piers were completed. L&T leveraged airport expertise from its worldwide network of design consultants. 21 of the best international contractors from Australia, China, Canada, the European Union, Japan, Singapore and USA joined by 67 of India's best. In all, L&T orchestrated the expertise of 88 major organizations. To meet the aggressive timeline for completion, several vendors worked at site at the same time in parallel rather than sequentially. This presented the risk of conflicts and consequent delay. To mitigate this risk, L&T used 3D modeling software for catching conflicts early and rule out cost overrun and timeline setback.
What you are seeing on just the ceiling, it's a finished one, looking neat, but then the services, we have got more than 25 services running above this particular ceiling.
A project of this size and complexity can stay on schedule only if there is real-time flow of information. To facilitate this, L&T used a state-of-the-art online document management system.
This job has a lot of connectivity. If one party fails, it has a knock-on effect on other subcontractors.
With 7 decades of project management expertise, L&T supported the faltering vendors to keep the project schedule intact. More than 184 million man-hours and 137,173 drawings later, Indira Gandhi International Airport, Delhi is a world-class airport.
The entire confidence level of the company is 200 feet high. Why 2 billion? We can take up a $10 billion project now and we're very confident we can do it on time and on quality.
As a citizen of India, I am proud that such an airport exists in India. As a senior officer in L&T, I am proud to be associated with this project.
It's a great feat, and I'm very proud to have our team here who have done such a wonderful job within this short time, and want to thank our customer, GM Rao and his company, for reposing this confidence in us.
L&T delivered as the situation demanded, performed as promised, time after time. It is the people more than anything else that explains L&T's successes.